Hi guys, Dorota Nail, international nail artist and educator here, and I'm in with Fiona. We did this set, there is a video of it, you can actually watch it. So it's time to rebalance them and go for maybe a wee bit of the floral design. So first of all, I have sanitized my client hand, and then the next step is for me to remove this old product, and you can see the chrome is actually quite intact, and I didn't apply any base coats, I didn't scratch the free edge. The Aurora chrome is always lasting pretty well. So these nails have been on 4 weeks because that's how I usually book Fiona in. And now we are gonna rebalance it. Her natural nails underneath are really long, so I will gonna shorter those nails as a first thing, and then try to balance them out so they look not too bad for quite long natural nails. This is always quite a difficult task because the natural nails tend to grow down and like they don't look their best. So I will try to do whatever I can to make the shape look as nice as possible. And of course we have to shorten them because they are actually quite long. And it was so much fun playing with this design. They turned it out actually really beautiful. And I'm glad guys you liked it as well. We got quite a lot of views, so I hope this video is gonna go similarly well and we will get lots of views as well with Fiona. So I'm always checking like if they all quite intact, I would just move on into the next one. Perfect. Keep removing dust just so I can see what we're doing. And then move on into the next one. They're actually not too bad for that length. I'm actually gonna show you on those 4 and then do the rest on my own, just to don't keep you bored with the same things. So once I have filed the color off, I can see there might be actually something going on in here, like an lifting inside, which is hiding. So I need to remove some product and find that. You cannot lift any suspicious places, but then at the same time I don't want to cause a heat fraction, so I'm just moving into another nail and touch up in the corners. And again go back to this one. Yes, there is like a wee pocket lifting. They are actually quite dangerous because they are very easy to miss, especially if you're a beginner nail tech. Like, watch out for that, guys. So always make sure everything is prepped properly. Yes, definitely it is there, I can see it. That's enough because I am very close to the natural nail plate, so I'm gonna do the rest with the hand file. My next step is to push back cuticles. Then take a cuticle bead file one side first, cleaning off everything from the nail plate. Put it back into the reverse. And now I can start shortening them. So I have to watch in here, the nail is growing down. You also don't want to overfile the sides. So when I'm holding the file, so first of all, I'm supporting the nail bed. I don't want too much of the wobble on the nail bed, and this is the length we are gonna go for. So just a little bit shorter. And the reason for it is like usually when the natural nail, the longer the natural nail underneath, the shorter you want to go because there is more movement. So keep that always in mind. And then blend the product with the natural nail, and I would leave it at this stage because we can always go back and re-inspect it. This is actually a very complimenting length as well, like for the look of the nails. So they are not going to be too long, they are not going to be too short, just nice and perfect for a hand. And you need to always take that into the consideration when doing a client's nails. They cannot wear all year round like the longest possible set, because this is actually can cause like a damage to the natural nail, and we don't want that. So usually my clients, this is terrible, but it's like they just come in and they sit and I do just whatever I think is suitable at that time. The way like quite often they have not much of a say when it comes to the length. I know usually like Fiona loves the longer the better for her, and that's what I'm trying to do it. Like normally she will get like over 100% of her nail bed extensions, which I'm not allowing most of my clients, but I know on her nails it can last. But then at the same time, sometimes I need to same like I'm doing with my nails, like sometimes we need to go a little bit shorter to don't put too much pressure on the natural nail. You could see it, the lifting which was here jump out, mostly all of it, and then some part of this lifting has jump out as well. So I'm gently still keep filing and try to push it away. Like don't file that direction because you are going to move that. So you want to file it away. And I'm also swapping the files. So when I'm on the product, like now, I would use 100 grit because it's absolutely fine to do so, but don't go too rough. The movement of the file can cause the lifting as well. That's why I'm always re-inspecting the nails after I have finished the filing. And now I can swap to 180 because I am on the natural nail plate. And you never want to go any stronger than 180 on the natural nail. Okay, so we've got that one filed. This one can go tiny bit shorter, straight away I can see it. And this is actually funny as well. Look at the shape difference. So when Fiona left, they were coffin shape, and then during the use, when we're doing the things, cleaning the house and using the hands, the nails will kind of quite rounded off. So I'm always correcting that as well. I'm actually loving how sharp the nails are after they freshly done. And this one is an index finger, and it got the tendency to grow down. So the index fingers always gives the most trouble. But that's actually looks pretty decent for the size of the natural nail underneath. And I usually do not e-file the natural nail underneath because at the time of the appointment, yes, it will look better, but overall, like after a few days, it will look worse than before the filing. And I quite often try to explain that to you guys. That's when we e-file the underneath, we've got rough surface, so everything is gonna stick in even more. That's why it's better to keep it nice and clean. Okay, that looks pretty decent. So my next step would be to tidy up the cuticles, but before that I'm just gonna prep the other nails as well and then come back to you. Okay, and then we are just gonna trim the cuticles. So So usually I do it in 2 stages. I will do the first stage now, and then after we finish the product application and we file as well, I would do a nail fold exfoliation, like just to smooth out the things. And now I can do the final preparation. So I would re-inspect the nail plate for any shiny places. Let me just trim that. Any shiny places, any places which I'm thinking might actually lift. I like to do those re-inspection because, as I say, during a filing quite often we can actually cause some lifting ourselves. So clean this one a little bit more. Make sure this isn't on the nail plate, so I'm just kind of giving a little bit more scratch to that area. Then remove all the dust, blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate. So nice and squeaky clean. You want to make sure everything is clean properly. Couple seconds waiting time for it to dry. An extra nail prep. Again, wait couple seconds for it to dry, and then universal air bond. So universal air bond acts as a base gel. It will make sure like my product sticks into the nail plate. And then milky pink we are gonna use. So my first layer goes on really nice and thin, and I want to like massage it in, like, and press as hard as possible into the nail plate. Like you want to really get this gel stuck in there well. Okay, like very close to the cuticle, almost touching it but not touching. And I like to work on the slip layer. So nicely massage this in. And now I can give it 60 seconds cure. So that's it cooked, and I always make sure this layer is cured 60 seconds. Like you want to get a really good adhesion of the product to the natural nail. Now I'm doing a slip layer again. So, oh, this one was touched. Okay, nice and thin layer. Again, because that will help me to move my product like much faster and much nicer. And then next time we will go for a fresh set. Small apex, which I need to move. Don't worry about this touched place. We will sort it out later. Depending on the temperatures of the product, I might be able to do it couple more. Remove the excess. We only need minimal product in here and nothing at the free edge. Free edge is so bulky. This one needs more, so I'm just gonna leave it on its own. Mini apex. Brush away the excess of the product. Okay, now I'm just gonna freeze those nails for 10 seconds. Okay, so that's them cooked. And I'm just gonna apply again a nice and thin layer. Now here I've got a bit of damage to the natural nail, so I make sure I encapsulated it, and we don't want to file it anymore. That was caused by the lifting and bending. It looks like a wee crack almost in there. Pick up a bigger scoop of the product because we need to, so nice and big scoop of the product because we need to build up quite a decent apex. There is no product and the side was bended as well, so I'm applying a really like as large scoop of the product as possible, but not too much at the free edge. This is also quite a decent problem as well, like when we've got too thick free edge, it can start pulling the nail. Now I'm just gonna peel tiny bit of product in here and that missing corner, and then we do a final cure of 60 seconds. Cook it, and that's this hand cured, so I can show you how to file the shape. So remove the inhibition layer, and now let's reshape those nails. Like we need to make them look nice now. So I'm usually starting filing one side and then lifted it up Other side, make sure they are nice and straight and the client hand is nicely relaxed. Lifted it up. Sort out the free edge. And then we also need to really thin out the free edge, so it's really nice and slim.
Sorry.
Blend everything around the cuticle area. And you can see it already looks not bad. Okay, do the same in here. So one side, you can see it how bulky it is. We need to file one side, lifted it up, otherwise it is going to be very thin, very thick. So if you don't do this movement, there is going to be lots of bulk of the product. File this side, and again lifted it up, just so the things looks neater. Sort out the free edge like here, so it's equal, because we've got natural nail underneath. So you want to sort that out, and then blend it everything around the cuticle area. Check the length, thin out the free edge. So quite often I wouldn't even touch the apex area too much with the file. It was freshly applied product, and if it's quite evenly applied, you can just buff it. You don't have to necessarily file it. I'm only filing around to make sure we've got like kind of almost like a blend, so the things are not gonna catch. And here I've got lots of bulk of the product, but I also have to watch really on those places where the natural nail has bent. Remove a little bit from the apex because this one is too bulky. And then just the same. So this one, the shape has improved quite nicely. And then thin out the free edge. Okay, next step is to grab the white buffer and just go all over, just in the middle. So I usually would file it like in the middle only. And you can go quite nice and fast because you are not worried about the skin around it. This is such a good speed up of your work. Remove the dust to check what is going on, and then I can move on into the gray buffer. So with the gray buffer I am working much more gentle, and I want to brush away any dust particles. I want to blend this area nice and gentle. That's a really sharp buffer. And then just touch it up from the top. I quite like this movement as well. Do the same in here. Just so the things looks cleaner and nicer. And in the past, like, there's a little bit of the color difference because the first set was a perfect rose, then we did milky pink, and now we're doing milky pink as well. And milky pink is more lighter looking gel, so Again, blend this one out. And then the last finger. So here I can do, like actually on all of them, we are gonna do a little exfoliation to the nail fold as well. So clean the dust. And now I'm gonna grab the bowl just to exfoliate the nail folds, trim the cuticles. You don't want to do it too much, just a little bit. Again, put it back to the reverse just to touch up this side more. I'm just retouching up. And this is a good tip, guys, for you as well. So like, even if you're happy, don't happy. And just go back and do the same thing again. Like, you know, those extra couple seconds of bathing will make a really nice big difference. And then I'm just gonna go and search for any other imperfection on an actual nail fold this time, which should be minimal. Like, so after we wash the client hand, there shouldn't be much. So I didn't want to remove it at this part like before I start applying the product, to don't expose this delicate area. Okay, and that is fantastic. So I'm just gonna clean them and get my clean them all, and then we can move on into a nice and pretty design. blue scrap. So we are gonna go for a quite actually a nice design, and I cannot wait for it. Clean the dust and then prepare the mixing palette. I am so excited, guys, because we are gonna play with this new collection on Fiona Nails, and I will show you all these colors. It is so pretty, and we already have it on our website as well. So you've got color 293 Disco Darling, 294 Spin the Night, 295 Rolling Wave, 296 Grovey Lane, and 297 Skating Star. And I felt like this will be so amazing. So I'm just gonna grab them, all those colors in here, and I will show you actually how they look on those mixing palette, which I've got in here. So I'm always storing the back of the forms, and then I can just apply it in there and on my client nails. So the yellow one, oh wow, that's a really pretty yellow. They have been just taken straight out from the cupboard, so they a little bit thicker consistency than normally, but also that should give us some really amazing coverage. Then I've got those mint green, so pretty as well. And then we've got the turquoise, I believe, is like no, it's blue, and that one is quite nice because we had one which was darker and one which was much lighter. So a nice spring collection. And then 293, oh wow, again it's quite similar to 277, which was my favorite, but this one is a touch darker, and they all goes really nicely together. And the purple one, and again, is a touch lighter from those neon connections. So we've got those summer collection, which I use quite a lot, and this is I would say pretty similar version, just a lighter one, and that's what we are gonna put on Fiona's nails now. So what you want to do with actually is grab each color and just go like on the one side, come up high up, do it same in here. So we are just gonna have like a rainbow free edge. I actually really love that yellow, so summery. I will show you on those 4 nails. Then I'm going into this green one. There we are. So we do have them available either as a single colors or as a full collection, which you can grab it from my website. I will give you a link in the description of this video. Oh my goodness, look at this colors combination all together. So nice and pretty. Then I'm gonna go with the pink. I've got actually dilemma. Do I want to keep it at so irregular, or do I want to keep it at regular? You know, my head is kind of like in between. So normally I would take a sponge, but I actually not gonna do it with the sponge. So I will just so gently blend those colors and make them almost like an irregular. So I'm just gently feathering them to the top, more of an abstract, like, yes, that looks so cool actually. Then go with the blue. So I'm using the watercolor brush, and I have just picked it a small amount of that blue color on my brush, and now just feathering it to the top. Absolutely, this is so cool. Now a pink one. and a purple one. So just a gentle touches to make it feathered. And then I went just over with the brush in the middle parts to kind of make it a little bit more of an ombre look. And then that's me happy, so let's cook them. Okay, they are cooking nicely, so I'm just gonna grab some white French gel because we are gonna add some flowers and a couple dots. That's the hand ready. So first of all, I want to do some middle, and I want to do the middle with this yellow color, but with the touch of the pink. So it's actually really nice orange we are getting out of it. And I'm just placing on random dots in here, random dot in there. So I don't want to do too many, so let's do 3. So 3 on each finger. One, like you want to keep it some on the nail bed and some on those pretty design which we have created. And again, like, because I am doing my designs with every single step, as you can see it, guys, what I'm doing is I'm picking up, like, see, maybe this place isn't like a perfect one, so that's where I place my dot. You can actually really improve overall look of the design by searching for those kind of mistakes. And now it's time to freeze the dots, just so it's easier for the next step. Perfect, that's it frozen, so time for white. And this is the easiest way, like, you know, so if I wouldn't frozen this yellow, I could smudge it. And now I'm just doing microscopic flowers in white color. Hold my breath, get the hand of the client really nice and steady. They actually look so cute already. And please let me know, guys, in the comments which one is your favorite color from this new collection. I am quite curious. And this is something, guys, what I have been telling you for ages, that actually doing those simple flowers sometimes can take me longer than paint like on complex one-stroke flowers. So the dotty flowers are quite time consuming, honestly they are. And then straight away, once I done all my flowers, I'm just gonna take and clean the dotting tool and place couple random white dots. So you want some of them to be quite large. Don't move. Some of them just a tiny. You could actually even use your D-liner brush for it. Honestly, I feel like the set looks so cute. Look at this. So let's cure it. Fantastic. So that's them cooked, and it's a time for a top coat. I'm just grabbing the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. And then we can top coat them. Again, the high shine is from the cupboard, so it's quite cold. So I need to make sure I work it through it. Cap the free edge and let it self-level a little bit. Because the top coat is quite cold, I should be able to top coat it all of them. Making sure we are still in the camera. I would describe this set, you can also see it how we managed to fix this side, like it was quite bad actually. So with every layer we are improving the shape. Yeah, I think this collection is also so cute and sweet, and I'm gonna use it a lot in the salon now. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, check how the top coat reflects. Give it a couple seconds to self-level. As I say, it was straight from the cupboard, so pretty cold. Also, guys, when you're getting new collections, like always rule your gel polishes like to get most of the pigments out of it. I didn't do it with this one, but you can see they are quite highly pigmented. Okay, let's cook them. So yeah, my client is cooking now, and actually what I'm gonna do it, because I'm always loving those kind of mixtures of the colors as well. So when we added the pink, you get such a nice peachy color, like really amazing. If you, let me clean that up now. I actually need to do some color mixing videos for you guys as well. If you mix this yellow and a green, look what a beautiful green we get, like absolutely amazing. Then just added it here, you've got like almost turquoise color. So we can mix them like completely random. That will create a nice purple one, like a really beautiful purple. So just from one color collection you can get so many different shades, like, and I think this is so fantastic. Like you could also even mix like these two together to get a different shade of the purple. Look at this. So yeah, so many different combination, and I always love it as well. And that's my client also cooked too, so I can show you the final results of this pretty set, like very spring summer-ish, lots of colors going on, and I am actually looking forward to reading your comments with your favorite colors. Which one is yours?
Yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, you like that, like yellow. It's really nice yellow color. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just cleaning my client hand with the wipe. Usually you have to wait for a top coat to cool down a couple seconds, and then we can apply a drop of the cuticle oil. Never float the cuticles, it looks so terrible on the pictures. Like, you better off actually go to the bathroom and let your clients wash their hands rather than trying to hide the things with the cuticle oil. So I'm never a fan of too much. I think we have managed to sort them out quite okay, considering they are natural nails, which are quite long underneath, and it's always quite difficult. But I hope you have guys really enjoyed this video. Sending you huge glittery hugs and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!